Yeah, okay. So by now you should have practiced the things we learned in the previous video, right? So this video is a continuation from where we stopped in the other one. So I recommend you watch that previous video if you haven't. In this particular video, what we want to do now is to see how we can view our files, right? So if you want to view file, let's first of all clear our screen. Say clear, right? So if you want to view a particular file, what we normally use is cat like this. So let's say we want to view first. Let's check what we have inside desktop. Okay, we have folder. So let's see. There's nothing inside. So let's go back to. I think we dropped that in documents. Okay, so we are now in documents, right? So let's see what we have in document. Okay, so if we want to view a particular file, let's say findings.txt, there is nothing inside, it's empty. We say if you view file.txt, there is nothing inside, it's also empty, right? So when you want to view a particular file, you use the cat to view it. So let's just do something here. You can say nano file.txt. So nano is what we use to edit files. So this is a file. Let's just put some file editing. Okay, so when you are done, just press Ctrl Alt Y and enter. Right? No. We want to use the same name .txt. Okay. All right. So let's say cat. The same thing. Let's repeat this. Now you see we now have something inside, right? So when you want to view a particular file, you use the cat, right? But the cat is not always recommended. Why? Because there are certain times that you may want to view, you may not want to view the entire file. If you, let's say you are a security personnel, you are trying to analyze a log, right? A log that was given to you. If the log has up to probably 10,000 lines, you are not going to be using cat to view 10,000 lines of logs. So the cat is usually used for small files. If you want to view something that is a bit big, you can use less. The less will give you pagination effect feature rather. Now we may not really be able to see what it means, but we can say less. Then we can just say file.txt, right? So now what this does, you can see this one is telling me end, right? Meaning this is the end of the file. But what this actually does, if you use the less, is that just like your book, you know how a book is, when you finish reading the first page of a book, you flip to a next page. That's what the less does for you. So with the less, what all you are doing is read the first page, then you flip, read the second page, then you flip. It's just going to be giving you the option to flip to a new page until there is no new page to go to. So when there is no new page, you are not going to see this thing here end, telling you that this is the end of this particular file, right? So that is for how is it called, for this particular one. Okay, this guy wants to waste our time. Let's open up another. So we are going to make it bold again. All right, so I believe you understand that. So then again, you know, if you are analyzing a log or you want to quickly check the first content of a file, you just use head, right? You say head, then the file name. Our file is found in documents, right? Documents, file.txt. So what this does is it's going to print out the first 10, right? So of course we have just one line, But what this does is it prints out the first 10 lines in this particular file. So I think in order, let's see something. Just give me a minute. All right, so let's uh, proceed. I just added more files, so let's see. First we say cat, right? Say cat, and since we are in our Kali environment, we need to say documents, then file.txt, right? Now you see, this is what I mean. If the files are much, you are going to be screwing through your terminal like this to read them. So most of the time it's better to use the less, right? So when we use the less, what we just do is go to the documents, then file.txt, right? So you can see, now you can see that the end is not showing because this is not the end of the file. You can use your arrows to go to the next line, right? So if you press the forward arrow, you go to a new line and so on until you see the end of the file. So that's what this particular less does for us, right? That's what the less does for us. Then this thing, let's close this one. Come on. Okay. Let, So the head, on the other hand, remember I said the head is just for the first 10 lines. So head documents, and we can say file.txt. So now you can see, if you notice, say it's just 10 lines that is printed out, not the whole document. That's what the head does. So the head gives you the first 10 lines of the document. If you want the last 10 lines, you use the less, right? So you can say less document forward slash text. Now you can see the last 10. Sorry, not less, it's still, it's not less, right? If you want to see the last document, the last, you want to use the tail, right? Not the head. So we can say tail like this, right? So documents file.txt. Okay, so it gives you the last lines of the file, not the entire file. So the very last line from is printing it from bottom to up. While head prints from top to bottom, but only ends at the 10th lines if you are using the head, right? So that is for the tail and for the head. If you want to follow up the file in real time, maybe you want to track changes from your terminal, you can use the same thing as say tail, right? Then you now put follow, then your file name. Our file is found in documents, then it's file.txt. So this is what we have. As you can see, we have this. So every time there is a change to this document, it's going to follow it in real time. So this is good for when you are doing log, and for security experts who are doing probably network monitoring. Most times use this, right? So they use it as you the any change that is being done to that particular file is being followed in real time. All right. So then we have the last one for this particular set, which is the viewing of files, is to know the get information about your file. So if you to do so, you just say file and you specify where the file is, right? It's documents. Now we are always using this document because that's where the file is located. If you are already inside document, you don't need to be writing the directory name. So if I do this, it just gives me the information about the file, right? So let's say cd inside documents. Let's just enter our document. Let's repeat it, say file, then file.txt, and you see it's the same result, right? So it gives us the type of file that we have here. Say it's ASCII text, right? So these are some commands that you use to view your file, get information about your file. and also to follow up your file in real time. So if you love such videos, don't forget to subscribe, like and share with your friends and your colleagues as well, right? For someone who is finding it difficult with Linux command, please share the video with them as well. Drop your comments in the comment section, and also tell us if there is anyone we missed. Which of them is your favorite and which of them do you don't use often? Let us know in the comment section. Thank you.